Remember they're changing my voice? I'm at Paradise Park. It's Saturday, July 15th, 2023. Earlier I was at Los Animas Veterans Park in Gilroy, and I finished off um, my series about why women should submit. Now, for those of you who didn't see my videos before on YouTube, to give you a little bit of background, I want to touch I want to touch on what I used to talk about. So, when I first started making videos, I did a fact-based presentation on the social clubs, um, the gentlemen's clubs, the secret societies, in colleges like Skull and Bones that rule over society. A fact-based presentation, no crazy talk, no crazy reptilian talk, no crazy alien talk, okay? Just the facts. No nonsensical conspiracy theories, the facts. And I started in Egypt, and I was telling people that the problem here is obvious. They did not do things in a way that was just and righteous, and they lied about things for petty, Eurocentric, ethnocentric, racist reasons. Okay, so I started talking a lot about martial arts and Egypt and Christianity, and I started really making superior presentations along the way. Then, after I made my martial art challenges, one in 2012, in May 4th, I believe it was, and one in December 20th, 2013. Okay, then I started talking about why I was right to do an outdoor sparring challenge. And I started talking about how sparring shows transferable skills, right? Transferable for actual combat and for showing people, life skills, right? They shows the principles. It's transferable skills and principles, the ability to apply things, right? Transferable, and I use various words to help them understand why I was right. I said transferable, translatable, universal, communicable, and convertible. So it would sink in. I worked the angles on their mind to help them see why I was right, to put it that way. Then I started talking about presentation versus application. Okay, I said, Bruce Lee himself had said, knowing is not enough, one must apply. So I started saying that, there's a difference between presenting some moves and applying the moves, which shows us why sparring is the superior way to compete. And of course, outdoor sparring, right? Those leaving the world, overcoming the world, going out of the world, going up to heaven and coming down, versus those going into the world. Indoor sparring, which is on certain services that favor certain types of forms and certain ways of thinking and certain racial body types and so on and so forth. Okay, it's not entirely that simple, because quite often people who are shaped more like me are the best at sparring. That basically is the case, but it's still there, and it still confuses the situation. So the very fact that it was made to kind of cheat people's natural gene expression and to favor some martial arts styles made it clear that it was not right. So I went on and on about application versus presentation. And then when I get to the word demonstration, right, you get the word demon. Right? Remember, a demon is a skilled performer, right? He's presenting, he's performing, he's acting, he's faking, it's practicing falsehood. The devil, the great deceiver. So I said demon, right? Demonstration. So they're demons, and they're going after those who stray from their demon system. Demonstration, demon, stray, shun, which goes back to the community shunning that I'm facing. You would think they say, wow, this guy's brilliant, he's handsome, he's the top martial artist ever possible. The community would be quick to rally to me and to celebrate me and to put Morgan Hill on the map. The small business owners here would want people to move here and spend all kinds of money and so on and so forth. But they didn't do that because it's part of Babylon's system, right? Baby line, Babylon. So then I started talking about selfishness, okay, versus selflessness, right? Selflessness versus selfishness. Doing something because it's right versus doing something because you want to feel good, or you want to look important, or you want to feed your false pride, or you want to make your race look good, or whatever. So I went on and on about these things for years in various contexts, where I talked about the history of various nations. I talked about why psychiatry is a fraud, right? Because of big pharmaceuticals, because of pay for delay, because of kickbacks, because of ulterior motives, because of the Martha Mitchell effect in Ionia State Hospital and drapetomania. They used to say that runaway slaves were crazy, because only somebody who was crazy would run away from the plantation. So they purposely conflated, or rather confused, running away from evil with being insane. So, and that's part of that white supremacy where, over the years,